Jane is really concerned these days because she has been gaining weight, although she doesn't seem to eat much. She's in her 40s now and she's trying really hard to lose weight compared to what she had done in her 20s and 30s. She goes to the gym 3 times a week and doesn't have regular meals in a fear of gaining weight and just eats few pieces of fruits, breads, and low-fat grain bars and also drinks some fruit juice. If you add up all the food she eats in a day, it doesn't seem to be much compared to the regular meals such as lunch and dinner. Then, what is the reason of her weight gain? Don't you have a similar concern like Jane? This is because of the fat storing hormone that is caused by Jane's eating habit. If you get to know this hormone, losing weight will be much easier than you ever thought. In fact, you'll even get to enjoy your meal and lose weight at the same time. First, don't forget to click the subscribe button and the little bell to be the first one to find out my new videos. You must have heard the word insulin before. You may think that insulin is the thing that people with diabetes are injected to control their illnesses. However, you must know insulin, also known as the fat storing hormone, if you wish to lose weight. When you eat food with carbohydrates such as bread and sweet desserts, your digestive system breaks down the carbohydrates and changes them into glucose. The glucose goes into your bloodstream to be used for energy. However, the glucose cannot be used for energy if it doesn't enter into the cells. Therefore, insulin acts as a key to open the door of the cells for glucose to enter. The glucose level rises whenever you eat food, and the rise in glucose stimulates insulin to be released from your pancreas. If you didn't have insulin, the glucose wouldn't be able to enter into the cells for energy and just stay in your bloodstream and make your blood very sticky. Have you ever spilled juice or sweet drinks before? It becomes very sticky unlike water, and it feels very uncomfortable. Just like this, if you have too much sugar in your blood will also become very sticky, and this high amount of sugar in the blood can cause many toxic effects. Therefore, insulin does an important role in your body to control the blood sugar level. Usually, people eat more than the energy needed immediately, and the leftover glucose gets stored in the liver and muscles as glycogen. Glycogen is a multi-branched chain of glucose which is stored to be used for energy and to keep the optimal level of blood sugar. You can think of it this way. When you have leftover food, or more food than you can eat right away, you'll store them in your fridge. What would you do when your fridge is full? Then you would store them in the freezer, right? Just like this, there is a limited space for glycogen to be stored in our body. Therefore, when it passes the threshold, insulin works to turn the rest of the glucose into the fat to be used for a long-term purpose. This is why insulin is called the fat storing hormone. If you eat something when your glycogen storage is full, insulin will make them to be stored as fat. And fat will only be used as energy when most of your glycogen is depleted. Therefore, it is really difficult to burn your fat. Now then, let's see why Jane isn't losing weight and in fact been gaining more weight although she hasn't been eating much. Jane eats bits of fruit, breads, and low-fat grain bars throughout the day instead of eating regular meals. One important thing that you may have already noticed is that they're mostly carbohydrates that turns into the glucose and raises your blood sugar level. What happens when your blood sugar is raised? Insulin is released. It won't be a problem if you have enough space in your glycogen storage. However, Jane kept on eating bits of high carbohydrate food, therefore her glycogen storage must be almost full. So whatever she eats keeps on filling the glycogen storage and even turns into fat after the storage is full. So the most important point is to keep away from this fat storing hormone, insulin. Then, how can we control the insulin level? Number 1, control your carb intake, especially keep away from refined carbohydrates. Out of carbohydrates, proteins, and fats, carbohydrates stimulate the most insulin release. This is because carbohydrates turn into glucose, the blood sugar. Especially refined carbohydrates, such as flour and sugar, spike your blood sugar level. Number 2, don't eat too often and try intermittent fasting. When we don't eat, we break down the glycogen for energy. This means that the more your glycogen is used up, the more space is left to store. Therefore, what you eat will be stored as glycogen, not fat. Your liver can store glycogen, which can be used for 24 hours as your energy supply. This means that you can assume how much space is left at your glycogen storage and decide when to eat. Also, when you keep your fasting hours long and your glycogen is depleted, you can burn your body fat. Number 3, don't eat too much protein. Too much protein can turn into glucose through a process called gluconeogenesis, and this can also raise your blood sugar and stimulate the insulin release. Also, protein itself can directly stimulate insulin release. One study showed that certain kind of protein, such as whey and casein protein in dairy products, raised insulin levels even higher than white wheat bread. Also, milk contains sugar called lactose, and this can raise your blood sugar level. Number 4, have your meal with apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar is known for its effect in preventing insulin and blood sugar spikes after eating high-carb meals. A study showed that participants who took about 2 tablespoons of vinegar with a high-carb meal experienced low insulin levels. Number 5, eat soluble fiber. Soluble fiber blends with water in the gut and forms a gel-like substance. This slows your digestion and helps you feel fuller and reduces blood sugar spikes. Apples or citrus fruits like lemons and nuts and seeds like flaxseed contain soluble fiber. There are many other ways such as reducing stress and having enough sleep, but the main point is to not raise the blood sugar too much. Although I have mentioned that losing weight will be much easier if you get to know insulin, it is of course not easy to lose weight. Having a journey on foot would definitely be tough to everyone. However, if you have a map on your hand, you may reach your destination much faster than people that don't have it. Just like having a map on your hand and knowing your direction on your journey, now you know the way to succeed in your journey to lose weight. Please share this video to your friends or relatives who need this message. If you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to press the like and subscribe button. Thank you for watching. God bless you.